Hey everybody, we are back again, and this time we are looking at the new Commerce Layer Returns app, which enables your customer service team to manage the return process based on your company's return policy. So let's dive back into the Commerce Layer Hub and see what's going on. To manage the return process, you actually have to start in the Orders app and click through to the Orders history, because that's where all of your fulfilled orders can be found. A fulfilled order is what will contain all of the information about what's getting returned. Let's take a look at this one in the US market inside our demo application. It contains 2 SKUs with multiple items. Now let's say I've had a conversation with a customer and I now want to manually initiate a return for this order. I simply click into the menu item at the top and select Request Return. Upon doing so, I'm now presented with the option to adjust the quantities that I want to return. I'll do that because my pretend customer has told me that she only wants to return part of the items in this order. After I select the quantity that's going to get returned, I can click the button and request the return. Now, as we scroll down through the order, we can see there's a new section called Returns that lists the request. It's here that you can click into the return and launch the Returns app, where you can begin further processing this return. At this point, we're looking at the return inside the app. You can see everything here: the date the return was requested, the status, the original order, customer's email, the quantities being returned, the customer's address, and so on. In fact, if you need to adjust a customer return address, you can do so here. If it all looks good, you can move forward to approve the order. But it's important to note that the Return apps does not manage your shipping label process. You can set up return labels and other automations with your team, but this app focuses entirely on the manual process of managing returns. With the return approved, you might receive a notification that items are on their way. At that point, you can mark the return as shipped as you await for it to be returned to you. Once you receive the order, you can determine if it can be accepted. If there's a problem with the return, you can always reject it. Maybe something happened, like the returned items were not in an appropriate condition, or there was nothing in the package, or whatever. Once you reject the order, the status updates to rejected, and your returns department can decide what to do next. So let's take a look at what happens when a return gets accepted. We're going to go back to the Orders app and look at the same order. I'll move through this quickly since we've already seen this process earlier. Now, this time, when we click into the same order and request a return, we can see that a second return request has been created for the same order. And in this case, the original order reflects the remaining quantity that can be returned since that first return was rejected. Until your team figures out what to do with the items in that first return, the only quantities left to return are those remaining in the order. If it all looks good, you can approve the return. Again, once you receive a notification that the items are on their way, mark the return as shipped. But this time, if it all looks good, you can click Receive. And then it's on to the final stage. Time to restock your items back in your warehouse. And that's it. Your team can now place these items back in your warehouse to be sold again, and you can finalize this return. So let's do a quick review of all the benefits of the Returns app. The new Returns app enables your support team to initiate, manage, and restock all returns you receive from your customers. You can also track and document all returns both inside the Orders and Returns apps. And finally, it's open source, so your developer team can customize it to meet any specific business requirement. And that's everything you need to know about the new Returns app from Commerce Layer. As always, if you have any questions, please visit our website at commercelayer.io. Thanks, and have a great day.